My apologies about that, but I'll get right back to it. So again, we're very well into the aspect that we need technology as we move forward. How many people have a smartphone at this point? Pretty much everyone that's on here has a smartphone. It's become a way of life. But if you actually look back about 10 years ago, smartphones were just introduced. Now, certainly everyone has one at this particular time. And if you could look back at that point, whenever we came out with the technology of the smartphone, wouldn't you love to have that opportunity to be in front of that, to be before it went to where now almost 99% of Americans have, or actually everyone across the world has that. So you have to kind of see where that future is going, and it's the best to kind of be ahead of that in order to be very successful. And the great Bill Gates, as we know here, the secret to success in business is detecting where the world is going to go and get there first. So we're at a point at this particular aspect why you guys are on here tonight, to see that, to see the reason as to why we are the first ones to be at this particular point, and to be there in that, and it's going to be the great success. We're going to get into that a little bit more. But not only about being the first one there, there's a big difference from knowing the difference between a price and a value that's associated with a product that's coming to market in the business world. And we'll definitely talk about that in just a few moments. As we kind of move forward, we're here primarily about wearable technology. As we can see, these multiple popular magazines and avenues out there, the Business Insider, Forbes, the Wall Street Journal, and Time Magazine, like it or not, as they say, everyone's going to have some sort of wearable technology on them now and in the near future. So this just isn't World Global Network, but these are prime people out there who know the market, who know where everything is moving forward to, and they are the ones that kind of see where the vision of the future is going. So thus us kind of getting in there and being part of the first to move forward. Now this actual graph right here doesn't show a whole lot that really puts it to the test. 2013 isn't noted on here anymore, but back in 2013, the volume of wearable technology went from about just over 8 million sold in 2013 to 2016 of 123 million. What a huge gain in just 3 years. You can see that revenue that was generated from that was about $14 billion in 2016. All those folks from the previous slide, if you take a look at it, they're estimating here within the next 4 years that is going to climb to, and I think that's actually going to be low. It says 411 million, but I think we're going to reach closer to $500 million in wearable technology. So this does include the vision glasses, our GoPros, things along that line. But primarily, if you look, it's going to be also associated with the wearable technologies on our wrists, the wristbands. So as we move forward, we are just kind of in that market and just kind of pushing forward to where the market and technology is going to actually go. So again, right time, right place. So again, the global forecasted value of wearables, I mean, they're going to be reaching up to nearly 6 billion. We're about to 1.5 globally to 3 billion right now. But over the course of the next few years, even stretching out past the 2018 area, it's going to exceed more than 6 billion. 6 billion, that's unbelievable. So again, wearable technology is going to become a wave of our future. Like it or not, you look at the smartphone technology, it's become a trend in our life and actually a need in our life. So is going to be the wearables as well. So the reason that we're all here is an absolute amazing product that we have come about. And it truly is the most advanced wearable technology available on the market today. The Hilo LX is our new version, but Hilo LX standing for Health and Lifestyle Oracle. We have some amazing current technology and future technology that's coming out, but I'm going to kind of go off here a little bit on not go in order here, and I'm going to look at a few very certain things. With my medical background, I kind of focus a little bit more towards this on how it's going to actually help with prevention and actually proper diagnosis, and actually helping us live and change pretty much the characters in our life and just better our lives in general. 5 key points that I'm going to kind of point out here for you is actually the blood pressure, the heart rate, the rhythm strip, or as they refer to here as the EKG, along with the temperature and the oxygen level. These 5 primarily are what we look at from a medical standpoint that kind of really throw out there the most important aspects of certain types of life-threatening illness and diseases. For instance, we look here, this technology does allow you to do a non-pressurized, but just more by a PPG technology blood pressure. The technology's been around for a while, but they have perfected it. And it's pretty accurate. I put a video on out there that it's pretty much within about 2 or 3 points on that, the blood pressure aspect. But blood pressure, we look at the aspects here of any type of heart disease, stroke potential, anything along that line, absolutely incredible. Heart rate variations, whether or not your heart rate be up and down. Now, yes, you can find this on other wearable technologies, but still, it is one of the core measures that we look for from looking at certain disease processes. So you can have variability in the heart rate. Again, here it says the EKG, but again, it is more a rhythm strip that we see here, equivalent to the V2 lead is what we do on the EKG. This device does not allow us to put all those stickies, if you've ever seen all those on there, but it allows you to complete a circuit in the electrical aspect of the heart to give us that V2, or the more common lead that we see. It's enough through here that the variables that will tell us, allow us to record on the actual app in itself to show to your doctor. It will tell you whether or not that it is abnormal or normal, or if you have to take it to the emergency department, they'll be able to kind of tell and look at it. And seeing it and experiencing it personally in first rate with different types of actual arrhythmias, as we call them, or abnormal heart rates, I actually can tell you that this is pretty darn accurate, showing the avenue here that you can see very life-threatening concerns with your heart, or the actual rhythm of your heart as well. Along with the oxygen level, a lot of people out there with asthma, with COPD or lung disease, multiple different types of lung issues that we see out there, oxygen levels, whether they're up or low, again, a key indicator into more of just our fitness and everything, but actually more of our health and saving our lives at some particular points as well. And temperature. This one here will do a non-invasive blood temperature coming here in the future. This here can also tell you if your if your temperature is too low or actually even too high. You can be called what we say is septic, or severe illness, severe infection. There are other types of disease processes out there that have your temperature go up and down. So these 5 here are just unbelievable in the advancements that kind of move forward of actually prevention and looking here at the disease aspect of life-threatening concerns. Now, in saying that, this is not a medical device. We are not saying that it is at all. It is a health monitor. But having these features on here with extreme accuracy, to my knowledge, and actually for my personal use as well, it's absolutely going to be life-saving and life-changing in the future. So some other technology that we have on here as well, sleep quality. It actually can look at how many hours that you're sleeping, the quality of sleep, the deep sleep. You can see here people who might have some sleep apnea, that why they're falling asleep during the day, they're not getting their good restful nights, and again, that deep REM sleep, absolutely imperative. Breath rate, I mean, if you're up and down, breathing too quickly, anything along that line, it can show that is there some type of illness kind of going on versus any other aspect out of the normal there. Emotions. You can kind of combine these ones here between the emotions and also your blood pressure. I think of a point here from helping a diagnosis or a patient. Are we actually treating somebody maybe with anxiety, or are we trying to treat somebody with blood pressure? Or are they kind of coexisting? Or are we misdiagnosing them with blood pressure whenever actually they have anxiety? So this, from a medical standpoint, can truly help our practitioners out there better treat their patients. Along with your fatigue. Of course, it gives us our steps and calories like most of the other ones, along with guardian function, panic button, which I'll get to in just a moment. But probably the biggest thing here that we can kind of look at, I mean, besides the amazement of the features that we already have in the current technology, the future technology of non-invasive blood glucose monitoring. This will be the first wearable technology on the market with non-invasive blood glucose. We don't have a lot of, in-depth into this aspect right now, but I can tell you from what we hear that this is going to be rival of a lot of things out there, and it's going to save quite a bit of money overall in the diabetic aspect. To give you some numbers, currently there's about 30 million diabetics in the United States right now, and more than 330 million here in the United States, and about over 400 million worldwide. Put this into perspective, folks. The Hilo LX just launched a little bit ago, and some folks are starting to get them today. They've sold just over about 100,000 of these on pre-order in about the past month and a half. So just put that number together, 100,000 and 30 million just in the US alone. 100,000, 30 million. quite impressive as to where this is of our diabetics. Now, there's 30 million known diabetics. There's over 8 million that don't even know that they're diabetic. This could be absolutely imperative in diagnosing and not letting people go through severe illness and having different types of organ failure before it's too late. Usually whenever we see folks that come in at diabetic in the emergency room, they've been diabetic for quite some time. So this can actually help us in kind of being more preventative in their health care and helping them out to help prevent long-term disease processes as well. And if you look at the money that's just spent, $825 billion globally, $825 billion globally on diabetes. And I'm sure that that's even low now. And if you could just think, what is 1% of $825 billion? Quite impressive with just even 1% of the market. So you can see where such the excitement of this product is here with just having that diabetes aspect coming forth here. Again, as I alluded to earlier, the blood oxygen level to be able to tell you our O2 sats, but also blood alcohol. Some of us, we like to go out and have a little bit of fun, sometimes a little bit too much. But it also kind of help here that, they're going to be able to tell us our blood alcohol to say, okay, should I actually be driving home or should I call a cab, call a friend, what have you, get a lift, whatever. But also the company has gotten rights to the blood alcohol company as well. So kind of a really special, important thing with some more things coming. And also the mosquito shield. Mosquito shield is just going to be inevitable. We hear all the things that are out there, like with Zika and a lot of the other mosquitoes in different places. Not too bad here where I'm at in the Virginia area, but definitely down south, a lot of other places as well. That's going to be coming on in the future here. But if you look at what is right here, there's no way that you can say that this is not the most advanced wearable technology out on the market with everything that they have and what the future holds for this device, amongst other things as well coming too. One very important thing, you can monitor your loved ones, or what we call the guardian function or the we care function as well. Pretty much essentially, I use my mother as an example here. She has one on, she's in Pennsylvania, I'm here. I can actually set parameters on her for her current vital signs that we have. And if they go up or down or outside of those areas, that'll actually send an alert to my cell phone. Just for a chance, the other day I left work, and as I got into the car and my wife gave me a call, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, what's wrong?" She's like, "I just got an alert from you." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Alert from your helo. It said that you have abnormal vital signs." And look down, and she's like, "Yeah, it says my bottom number, my diastolic number was actually 91, which my parameter was 90. So for that moment, it was jumped up, and it alerted her right away. And that was just a few days ago. But I look at how many of our folks and family are out there that they don't tell us or they're in need. I had a good friend of ours turn around and say she was on her way down to Virginia Beach the other day, and her mom was at home, and she apparently wasn't feeling well, and it turned out that her blood pressure spiked over the night. She wasn't feeling well, and she couldn't get a hold of her. And here it turned out her blood pressure was over in the 200s. Whenever she came back, her mom actually had a stroke. And she's still alive, but she had a stroke. And if she had this, to be able to turn around, and she could have been alerted on her way down, could have turned around and hopefully prevented something more serious from happening. So absolutely imperative and an amazing technology that we have built into this. One here, the panic button, which is very near and dear to my heart. And this is just very personal in the sense here. Last year on Mother's Day weekend, my family and I were up in New York City just for the weekend to enjoy the sights and sounds. We were in a donut shop, and my brother gave me a call and said, "Darin, Mom fell." My mom fell and laid on the floor of her apartment for nearly 2 days. We were trying to get a hold of her, and it wasn't until we got up there to go and get and had to bust down the door. She was unable to get to her phone because she fell on the floor and she was so weak and her legs gave out. And at that point, my mom actually nearly died at that, and she actually did lose part of her limb. So whenever you kind of go back to a point here, whenever you get into this, you look at a price of something versus the value. What is the value of a loved one? What is the value of a limb to somebody? What is the value of someone being safe? This, I think, is one of the most important features that we have here. Besides just for folks that are falling down, this panic button, we live in a very different world than what I know I grew up in. Our kids are put in situations where things can go wrong. Look, if a child or one of your children are in a party or something like that, and there's something occurring there that they just don't feel comfortable with, some people were there or what have you. You guys can have something set up. They can hit this, double click, and get going, and you can come over very discreetly so no one's embarrassed or anything like that, and get them out of there. Also, I mean, in today's day and age, just anyone in general, we live in a world that has some violence that's coming forward. Anytime you can let yourself know, or if somebody's in a situation, panic, it will turn and it will send up to 3 people an SMS message, a text message, and also their GPS location. So very, very imperative in multiple levels besides just elderly folks or anyone who might be ill and falling. So again, very near and dear to my heart on this case here. Again, life-saving in the fact here. Also, along with this band, you get these health-enhancing stones. They are 99.9% germanium stones. They are placed on a titanium plate and right into the bands. Germanium is a natural antioxidant. It is proven here to increase the vascular flow throughout our body. So thus, in this case here, just allowing for more blood flow to kind of get throughout there. There's a whole aspect of holistic details that are out on this one here. We could talk for quite some time about it, but again, not only are we looking at preventative measures with vital signs, we're also kind of throwing in there on this band here, allowing to increase the vascular aspect of our body as well. So the great germanium stones that we have. Not to be biased here or anything like that, by this very simple chart here, you can see there absolutely is no comparison on the market to what Hilo offers. Yes, they do have the heart rate, the steps, and distance, like pretty much everyone else does. Sleep, some of them do, but I'm not sure, and I don't think that they get into as depth as what this one here does with how many times you wake up. But again, across the board, nothing else out there with blood pressure, breath rate, the remote monitor and panicker button, all encased into one simple device, along with that one lead rhythm strip that we have, mood and emotion, and everything else that's coming forward. And very, very modestly priced. You know, again, you look at, as I said earlier, to value versus price. A little bit more than some and a lot less than some others as well. But for what you're getting here, again, it's definitely a bargain in this aspect here, but truly is no other comparison out there. So we kind of also have another product out there called Biozen that World Global Network has just released before. We all kind of hear about electrosmog. You know, we all have cell phones. Here, I'm on a wireless. Everything in my house is pretty much wireless. Baby monitors, anything like this. Power lines that don't exist too much, but they're still out there. You know, transformer stations that might be around you, you know, just your cordless phones if you have those in your house, your wireless routers, anything like that. We hear about electrosmog. Everything kind of going around us all throughout the, you know, our homes and just our daily life, anywhere that you go. We hear about how that it's damaging, you know, causing a lot of issues with folks, you know, sleepiness throughout the day, insomnia, people just can't concentrate. We also hear about the tendencies here with causing you know, certain types of cancers and abnormal cells throughout our body as well. Well, World GN, both medically and scientifically proven, has come out with Biozen, which is a very small little triangular sticker that has a chip inside of it. And it's kind of basically, we have these very high peaked gradients. If you think of electrosmog, these peak gradients, and what this small chip does is it actually changes these peak gradients to kind of more of a smooth gradient in order to kind of decrease the aspect of the harmfulness to our cells throughout our body. It creates these low frequency electromagnetic field in close vicinity to your cell phones whenever you have like on a phone call. So they kind of have these peaks, again, as I said, these gradients, and it just kind of makes them a little bit more smooth and allows for our body to use its natural aspects to go ahead and to repair itself. So our body, if it continues to have these, the body will feel a little more stressed, will just feel more worn down. Overall, everyone, you hear people that some people don't even have anything like this in their house and make sure their home is like kind of zen in a sense, hence Biozen, but to kind of get rid of all these electro gradients as well. So overall, this will turn around and it will make these more smooth to decrease that aspect. You see some of the things out there too, most notably an increase recently. A lot of women, they turn around, they take their cell phone, they put it right here in their bra and kind of set it there. There's actually been an increase, if you can see in some studies, of breast cancer, particularly in those areas associated with this, and is it truly from our cell phones or not? Multiple other things that are out there, but BioZen, simple little sticker, put it on everything in your house: iPads, tablets, Kindles, all your cell phones. But again, medically and scientifically proven to decrease that electrosmog. Huge, huge, huge aspect moving forward in today's technology. So we have to start at the bottom here, and for any company, you have to have an amazing foundation to build upon. As you can see here, World Global Network has partnered up with some very, very important companies and very well-known companies as well. First and foremost is Toshiba. Toshiba is a very well-recognized and known electronics company. They are the ones who make our APP Lite processor. Inside of pretty much the nuts and bolts. In the classic that I have here is the 1000 chip. In the new LXs is the 1200 to be a little bit faster, more accurate as well. But Toshiba, they actually wanted this whenever World came to them, and they said, hey, we want to have this. And they were just like, nope, we'll definitely partner with you. But to have that name behind us, it's not just like any small little tech company that no one knows the name of. A great powered by Toshiba aspect of the inside the parts of this band is absolutely amazing. They went ahead and actually they announced Toshiba used the new LX model at a private viewing out at the CES earlier this year in Las Vegas, where pretty much all the tech companies come on out and they show all their new toys and bells and whistles. And they were announced out there in the Las Vegas this past year. Great reception. People took notice and saw, wow, what an amazing product that Toshiba and World has put out there. We're also partnered with Quality. Quality is the company that is able to mass produce our Hilo LXs at this point here. At this point, they can go ahead. I told you that we've just pre-ordered in the past month about 100,000 or just over 100,000. Kind of moving forward, they are able, when we will need, not if, but when we will need up to 3 million of these in a month. So they have the ability to mass produce these to a great quality aspect and to keep our business driving to where we need to be. 3 million a month, guys. As I go back to there, hey, we got over 422 million diabetics throughout the entire world. I don't mean to go back to that, but that is a huge, huge thing to have non-invasive blood glucose. So, I mean, 422 million, we're going to need 3 million a month. Also with this is the WRMT. WRMT is World Mobile Technologies, another part with World that is actually publicly traded on the stock market, soon to hopefully be on the NASDAQ, but a great aspect here too with Foundation. With being publicly traded, the company can't really, they have to kind of put out there all that they have, all their financials and such. So just goes to show you the solid foundation that they have, that they have to put everything that they put into the company out there, showing all the financial aspect moving forward. So, and again, there's also stock options that you can go ahead and purchase about 6 or 8 months ago, roughly about, I think it was like 88 cents or so. It skyrocketed all the way up to about $23.99, but on average now over the past few weeks, somewhere between $14 and $17. So it's definitely another option, and it's something kind of moving forward, as we know with the future technology coming on out here, that is just going to skyrocket again. So some great powerful partnerships that we have, but of course, most importantly, we have to look at where it comes from, and our World Global Network CEO, Mr. Fabio Galdi. It starts from the top, aspect here, that whenever you have someone who has that vision, who sees what's happening, and not only just sees that, but is actually involved himself with the aspect of technology as well. At a very young age, you can see back in 1994, guys, how he actually helped create one of the second largest ISPs in Italy, but the 5th largest in Europe. So he was just a kid at that time, I say, like in his mid-20s. That he started the 5th largest internet service provider in Europe. So that's just, he saw what was coming and kind of moving forward. And then in 2002, introduced one of the first touchscreen LCD PCs on the market. Again, getting back to that very first slide that we saw, the secret to success is seeing where the world is going. And to get there first. So, I mean, he saw, in this case here, the need for the touchscreen LCD PC and got it out there. And then in 2005, developed one of the first successful voice over internet platforms as well. So very successful in kind of moving forward, and hence at this point here, again, seeing, I hate to reiterate it, but seeing where the world is going, wearable technology, where all of the people were saying that how much we're going to have here with the Times magazine and Wall Street Journal, everyone there seeing how the increase in growth potential here that we will have with the wearable technology, just absolutely incredible. And he is a visionary here himself as to seeing and proof in the pudding here per se, as to how he is visualizing the future of technology. Also, you can see our unstoppable growth. We are ranked now the world's fastest growing technology company. And this is in just a very short time. They started back in 2011, and the Hilo wasn't even really put out into the public until last year, around mid part of the year. The company is growing every year with a community, as you can see here, of over 700 in 100 countries, truly a global company at this point here. And this 150 million in sales last year alone, again, was pretty much before the launch of the Hilo in itself. So just unstoppable growth, fastest growing technology company across the board. And you see where this ship is going, so better hop on. And, don't hold on to that anchor. But one of the other things here, you look at the top recognitions that we have, ranked 77th in the direct selling network list. 77th, that's absolutely incredible in this case for such a young company. And it's probably definitely going to be higher because this was out there before the launch of the Hilo in itself. Most of these companies, there's over 12,000 of them, and most of these companies are 20, 30 plus years old. They're in the top here. So being 77, can't wait to see where this number is going to go. It's going to skyrocket, jump way far up there. Plus also ranked 5th in the top 100 of momentum in all of direct sales. So I'm sure that that point there, as we're kind of seeing with the growth of the Hilo and the release of the LX, that it's going to be even higher than that. And also with our CEO, top 10 CEOs, he's 2 years in a row. Probably almost guarantee a 3rd year in a row with the way that things are going here. So again, it starts at the top as well. In looking at over the top 200 earners that we have in direct selling, and I think that number's changed from 9 to like 10. Of 10 of our top leaders are in the top 200, and two of our top leaders, or two couples I should say, are in the top 10. And again, this all just kind of merely started since last year. So you see the potential, you see where we stand. This truly is the beginning of an amazing company that is just has the vision of the future and is just gaining momentum at this point here. So as you can see here, again, as I noticed before, we truly are a global company. We have 13 offices worldwide with our main headquarters here down in Miami. Several of our leaders went down and went ahead and actually met with Mr. Fabio Galdi down there, and got to see his vision and everything. And just went ahead and made sure that see the global aspect, that we have specific areas that are positioned in order to make us to be able to kind of go out and to spread out throughout the entire world, and to make sure that our product is put out there properly in the best way possible that we actually can. It says 195 countries, and just last a week and a half ago, they launched out into the Philippines, so it's 196 countries now. So, and you can start today. If you sign up today, you'll have your website. You can actually go ahead and get started globally now at this moment and get your product there. So kind of getting into it here, the compensation plan that we have here in North America is what we call the blue version plan. The comp plan here is absolutely incredible. Knowing and learning more about the network marketing industry, there's different aspects that are out there. Some have different ways in plans, but this is definitely the simplest that I have come across, and also the most lucrative that I've come across. And again, it's very simple. We wanted to set it up to the point here that make it very easy for everyone to understand, to make it very duplicatable, so that you can easily pass it on to your folks as well. So the first way to kind of to get into the business aspect here is to become a team member. And you can go ahead and get in at any way that you can and any way that you feel comfortable. You see we have the simple box set, which comes with the one band at a price of $319. It's the one single band, and it comes with the germanium stones as well, and you get one business center. And it allows you to have max, and believe it or not, a max of 200 $1,000 a week that you can actually make. Some people sit there and laugh and just giggle about that, but guys, there are people already in this young of a company that are exceeding that by more than double, which is absolutely incredible. So, but at that point there, that's what that allows you to do. Probably the most common and the most popular is the family pack. The family pack comes with, you buy 4, get 1 for free. You also go ahead and you get the nice box of colorful bands as well, that are in there. They're interchangeable to kind of see which kind of outfit that you're wearing or such. I personally just like black, but everyone goes ahead and they have their own wearable aspect to change it up a little bit, to going out there. So you get the 4, get the 1 for free and the box, and you basically get a nice discount on here. It allows you also for 3 business centers as well, which can allow you for up to $600,000 a weekly max, which is just phenomenal, and I would go ballistic on that one there. So, but overall, absolutely a great product here to do this here. And the way I use my personally, to help kind of jumpstart your business as well, I use my example. I used 1 for myself, 1 for my wife, and I gave 1 to my mother. And then I had 2 left over. And what I would do, some people want to touch it, some people want to feel it, and sometimes in business, that's part of the course. And so 1 I would use as a demo. But then what I would do is, in order to help my customers along, if someone would sign directly underneath of me, I would go ahead and take that extra 1 and give it to them and say, go ahead, start your business now. Don't wait until you get yours, in like 7 to 10 days, and then you can go ahead once you get yours and give it back to me. So it'll help kind of boost and get your folks going and build your team a lot better. Also, the premium pack is available. This one here is buy 5, get a 6th one for free, and it also comes with 6 of the colorful bands, 6 boxes of the bands to go with each one of the simple helos that you get there. You get, of course, the germanium plate set as well. And you get the 3 business centers just like the family pack as well. Also, Biozen. Biozen comes in 2 different packs as well, which you can get into the business as well with just Biozen. They do have a 30 Biozen pack, and you get 8 for free, so 38 total for $13.50. Pretty much equivalent to the family pack as well there, whenever you look at sales volume and such. And they also have a smaller version, buy 10, get 2 for free for about $450, pretty much essentially the same there as the box set. So step 1, just become a member. Get in where you can. And just get in is where you need to be, because positioning is key. So become that member, and then the next step in the process here is to become a team builder. Very simply, the power of 2, folks. That's all you have to do, and it's very simplistic. You get 2, and that's the first aspect that you have to do. You want to think maybe your friends, your family, your closest folks that would do very well, and you consider these ones here just kind of the most important part, the most important positions for you, kind of like prime real estate in this case here, that you want to get your folks that are in right here at this point, because how you build your team and such, they're going to benefit the most out of it here. So again, very simple, become a team builder. You build your left leg and your right leg, just kind of going back and forth. Once you become that, you are a team builder. The next step in this part here is to become a team developer. Again, the power of 2. You get your 2, and then you help your 2 get their 2. Once you do that, you become a team developer, you unlock a whole myriad, another portion of the compensation plan. You unlock the ability to get a matching bonus of up to 10 generations. We'll show that in just a moment. You also unlock the ranks of silver, gold, platinum, diamond, double diamond, president. The list just goes on. But you need to be at this point here in order to unlock that. This is where the comp plan really opens up, really becomes lucrative. And again, it's very simple. You get 2 and help your 2 get their 2. Repeat. Go get another 2, help them get their 2, and just pass that same thing on to your folks as well to keep going. You also get into the millionaire pool. Allows you to kind of build your investment, or I'm sorry, your return a lot more. Allows you for free trips that they have. They went to Dubai earlier this year for their trip. Later this year, it's going to be in Hawaii. And then also in this case here, they do offer a car bonus. Once you achieve that status of a car bonus, you get an extra $1,000 a month. An extra $1,000 a month to do whatever you want with. You don't have to go get a simple or a certain car. You don't have to get a certain color. You don't have to spend all of it on that. You can buy your own car. You can do whatever you want with it, but they just give you an extra $1,000 a month as a car bonus. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely the most lucrative thing that I've seen. Going on to your check matching bonuses, as you can see here, you start off with your first and second generations with achieving about 10%. Essentially what that means is your first folks that you sign up, your personal sponsored people, whatever, after you become team developer, whatever their check is, you get 10% of that. You know, it can go up pretty quickly and amount up more as it kind of moves forward there. But that percentage, it just goes higher and higher each and every week. And again, as I said before, as you can see by this very simple graph, once you kind of achieve that diamond mark, that's kind of our hallmark that you look at here. Diamond is whenever things really, really get moving and become even more lucrative in this compensation plan. So one of the things that we offer here also is a loyalty membership to be in the business. Most companies kind of, you know, say that you have to have like this automatic delivery or you have to spend such and such this month or anything like that. But there is absolutely nothing compared to what World Global Network gives back. It's a $59 a month membership fee, a loyalty membership fee. And I'm going to just jump right down to number 5 because I think that's actually probably the hit all here. You pay $59, World will actually essentially give you 75 loyal points or equivalent to $75 essentially. So you're putting in 59, they're automatically giving you 75. Do the math there. I mean, it's just kind of, at that point there, you're getting like 125% of what you actually put in. And what you can use this for, you can use these loyalty points to kind of go whenever a new version comes out. Or they're going to have an Infolio phone coming out as well, which is a dual screen phone, or you can use them for BioZen. I think that's imperative because as we all see, technology, it moves forward, technology changes, and of course, as being in the business, you want to have you know, the newest model out in order to show and to help your business. But this way here, by putting this money in, you will actually get $75 back for that $59. So, I mean, who does that? Who gives you more for what you put in? It's just crazy, just on that one there. You do need it to earn the commissions. Besides a fast cash bonus, for each time that you sign somebody up personally, you'll get 10%. But this will allow you with the $59 to get your commissions. So whether it be 10 or 20%, depending on how you qualify, which you can speak with the person who invited you on this call later about that, it'll allow you to earn the commissions. And more importantly, I think, is keeping your sales volume. As I say, you don't lose it until you use it. So you'll see here in this aspect that sometimes you get paid on kind of the equals of your legs. And whenever you don't use it, most companies will turn around and your sales volume that you don't use, it just goes to zero at the end of the month or the end of the cycle. This company here, by using this $59, and let me tell you, it is absolutely unbelievable of what you can build and how well that your team goes. You keep your sales volume not at the end of the cycle, or I'm sorry, it does not flush ever at the end of the cycle or anything until you use it. So you don't lose it until you use it. It's just incredible. So all the hard work, all the dedication that your team has put into, you will keep that and you will get paid for that. So huge. You'll also get 5 of the Hilo App Pros. It is a pro plan. So in case of buying a family pack, you get 5 of the Hilos at that point there. You will actually have the App Pro, which will allow you to have recording, unlimited recording. It allows you to have the ability to do the guardian function, allow up to 3 people to get the SOS message. It just unlocks so much there. Eventually, it will allow you to have also the ability to do the blood glucose and some of the future things that are coming out as well, which we can get into later. But if you look at the price of a single App Pro, a Hilo App Pro is $12. So if you have 5 of them, that's $60 right there. Here you're getting 5 of them for $1 less, plus all the other benefits as well, including number 4 there, the protection plan for the Hilo. You know, life goes on, things happen. We know how it happens here. And Hilo, if you damage it or drown it or anything like this, it is water resistant. It is not waterproof. So it is water resistant at this point here, but you run over it or anything like that, they will go ahead and they will replace it for you with the protection plan. And then also another huge thing, you can earn an extra 1% of your team volume in your money box. Essentially, 1% of what you get that month, or I'm sorry, in that pay period, will actually be placed into a money box, or I say just as there, the piggy bank. And then after 12 months, they will go ahead and whenever you pay for your 13-month, they will give you all of that is in there right back to you. So it's like an extra little bonus at the end of the year. It can be huge money, tens and thousands of dollars actually. I know several hundred, can be up in there very, very quickly as well. So this is an extra little benefit. As your team grows, you're going to have more and more and more in there. So it's absolutely incredible, an extra 1% that's going to be sitting there. It doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, from seeing it already, it can become quite a bit at this point. So all in that loyalty membership. So why now? Very simple, lucrative. As you can see, the power of two. You get two and help them to get two. So it's a simple process. You buy a band and you're in. There's no joining fees. That's the way to get in. You get a free website. You don't have to pay for a website. Very simple, very lucrative. You can see by all the check matching once you become team developer, the ranks and such. You have no chargebacks on subscriptions or anything like that. No requalifications, huge, huge, huge. Once you achieve team builder, as we call executive, or once you achieve, everyone should achieve the 20%. At this point here, you never have to requalify. Once you achieve that qualification, you are at that for infinity, for life. So that is huge. So it's not 1 month you can have this and next month or you can have this, or 1 week you can have this, back and forth. Once you achieve it, you are there forever. So you never have to requalify. Again, open in 196 countries now, so truly a global opportunity. Anyone that you have anywhere, it will be, you can get it started right now, and no monthly shipping charges. So that's a great reason as to why now. Just all these features here that we have, just kind of moving forward, very simple and easy. As you can see here too, we were just getting at the beginning of this movement. We're just kind of really opened up here in the US, kind of started back around in October. I joined in December, and as we can see here, it just hasn't really even caught on yet. You guys are sitting in wonderful seats before anyone really even knows about what a helo is. So as we know, whenever you're before the trend, you can make money. Whenever you're after the trend, you're going to spend money. So right now, before this comes out, before more things come forward, this is a huge, as it says here, the critical mass right before. Once this gets moving, guys, who knows where this is going to go. The momentum is huge right now for all of us. It is just blinding at the speed of how this is growing at the moment at some points here, but it's absolutely incredible. So again, definitely now is the time to get on before it's too late. And then again, positioning is key. You have some people, and it's all in everyone's time, but it is very, very important. You can have someone that you never know who can be ahead of you or who someone else may sign or anything like this, and this truly is a team effort. As you kind of move forward here, you never know. If you're kind of behind somebody, they could be a rock star, and this one here, you can make that volume. Again, that positioning is key. So get with the person that got you on here, and talk to them a little bit more. Get to know why and get into that position. Here, this is unbelievable as to how positioning is key. Next thing you know, you could wait a week, and they could sign 20 people up, and that's a lot of volume as a team and everything that you could have lost. So again, now, as we said before, you get kind of before everything, before it grows a lot higher. So overall, this was a wonderful little area here into the aspect of world and the helo. Please get back, as I said, with your sponsor, the person who invited you onto this webinar this evening. Touch base with them and get a little bit more into learning here about helo. And the wonderful aspect here of World Global Network. Thank you guys so much for coming on here tonight. I appreciate everything, and you guys have a wonderful evening, and we'll talk to you soon.